Shamanic journey. When we do a shamanic journey, what we seek is to find information. We do it in order to connect with the spirits, with guides, with power animals. We do it in order to restore health or well-being in a person. It's the opposite to meditate. When we meditate, we want to stay fully present right here, right now. When we do a shamanic journey, what we're looking for is to find information and restore a natural state of well-being and harmony in a person. We normally journey into the three main worlds: the lower world, the middle world, and the upper world. The axis mundi, that is the tree of life, is a universal shamanic cosmology. We can find it in most of indigenous traditions. The axis mundi is the spinal cord of the cosmos, of creation, and in all traditions it is understood that through that spinal cord one can travel with its consciousness to the realms of the roots of that tree, of that axis mundi, in order to receive physical healing, wisdom, guidance. You can travel into the middle world, that is the trunk of the tree, in order to time travel, to do a soul retrieval, for example, to find objects, persons. And you can also travel into the upper worlds, where you can contact ascended masters and maybe other dimensions. So each one of the parts of the tree has a specific purpose, has a specific vibration. We can find the vibration of earth and water at the roots of the tree. Then we find fire and air at the trunk of the tree. And we can find ether and the subtle elements at the top of the tree. Every tradition has different names for these worlds. In every tradition, you find that there are guides, that there are allies, that there are different animals related to these realms. And these cosmologies are universal, and they are universal to life. So it's not a matter of a specific religious belief or an esoteric belief. When you look at the human body, when we look at our anatomy, we find and we have that spinal cord, and that is the mirror image of the axis mundi, of the tree of life, the tree of miracles. And the roots, that are our hips and our legs, hold the vibration of water and earth. The trunk of the tree, that is our thorax and our abdomen, hold the vibration of fire and air. And then at the top of the tree, that is all the area from our shoulders upwards, then there are the upper worlds, ether and the subtle elements. So one of the characteristics of the shamanic perspective is interconnection and interdependence. Microcosm and macrocosm are the same. It doesn't matter if you look out into the stars or if you decide to look inwards into the human being, you will find these patterns, these structures, these vibrations that can help us to guide ourselves in order to journey either into another dimension or to do a journey of consciousness into a state of this from a state of this harmony into a state of harmony. This tree of life, the tree of miracles, the axis mundi, in Nahuatl we can call it Itse, in Gaelic we can call it Yggdrasil. So in every tradition it has a different name. This tree of life holds 7 doors. These passages or doorways are also known or called energetic centers or chakras in Sanskrit. These doorways are related to specific vibration that when you look at energy, you realize that each one of them is equal to a frequency of light and therefore is able to hold the frequency of a particular element. So the 2 doors of the lower world are our root chakra at our coccyx and the creative chakra at our, well, for women, at our womb, the area below the belly button. And in there we hold the vibrations of earth and water, red and orange. So all that area is meant to bring out creation, life, creativity. The roots must be big and strong so they can hold on all the weight and the body of a tree. Then the doorways of the abdomen or the middle world are the solar plexus chakra and the heart chakra. Those are the doorways of fire and air. And in the upper realms, we have the doorways of the throat chakra, the third eye, and then the crown. That is just an entrance and an exit of consciousness. Now, in the human body, in each one of these doorways, we have the glandular system. So the physical body is a mirror image of what mystics and sages have taught us throughout time. So remember, we do shamanic journeying in order to retrieve information, to restore health, well-being, and seek for wisdom and connection with another dimension. When we meditate, we want the opposite. We don't want distractions. We want to be present right here, right now. Each one of these methods bring out healing and well-being to our consciousness, our mind, our body, and our emotions. The best way to know how to use them is try them. Find a facilitator or a therapist that knows about shamanic journeying, that is familiar with the tree of life, with the axis mundi, with the lower world, the middle world, and the upper realms, and let them teach you how to travel through your own spinal cord.